Umabot ka sa saya, mula sa pampagana hanggang sa dulo.
Ang sisig na hinahanap-hanap mo ay nasa sisig ng ina mo na. For just 70 pesos, may legit na kapampangan na sisig ka na with soft drinks and sabaw. Dito lang yan sa sisig ng ina mo.
The cafe is now open. Panagot. So.
Hello everyone. Good evening and welcome to Asphere's Cafe. Today is the last day of September, which is September 30, 2025, and it is in fact Tuesday. So yes, we have plenty of topics to talk about right here on Asphere's Cafe, especially the gaming news that just broke out about the Electronic Arts, or known as EA in its shortened term. We'll get into that in a bit, but for now, let's see how are we all doing. Dreamcar, how are you today?
We have news here from your brand now. Our appliance line is now officially on the start now, because of course Asphere's Appliances is ready for business. That's right.
Yes, that's right, Dreamcar. That's right.
We have air coolers.
And
We have TVs too.
And if we look around here, we have Asphere refrigerator and Asphere LED TV. I don't know if that's LED or LCD TV, but
LCD.
yes, aside from Asphere aircon, we now have Asphere refrigerator and Asphere TV. So yes, you'll get to hear the brand new Asphere appliances jingle and the new radio ad of Asphere aircon. You get to
And here
hear
it
that
is.
soon.
This is the new Chrome Asphere four-door refrigerator.
That is cool. That is really cool. So,
We were going to
I am directing Asphere appliances all entire time, and yet we are doing the marketing. What can we expect about Asphere appliances in the near future, aside from Asphere aircon, Asphere refrigerator, and Asphere LED TV? What else?
usually it on the fictional side, it would be a household name for appliances such as electric fans, air coolers, refrigerators, even TVs as well. If you want like a Bluetooth speakers, you could have Asphere on it as well. And you could also have something like smart doors, what do you call this, door knobs like that one, and like a smart door would also have we also have tables like that one. We also have water purifiers. We also have water bottle like what do you call this? There's some sort of a pisonet. Yes, that Vendo a water dispenser thing. We also have monitors. Yes, we could have monitors as well. It's just not a regular brand. It's a household name in fan-made history. Asparagus will be mentioned worldwide.
Yes. Yes,
And
exactly.
that-
This is why Asphere Appliances, which is the home of Asphere Aircon, is trusted, and it is It is tested, tried, and trusted by me, yours truly, Asparagus, right, Dream Car?
Yep, it would be become the household name in all the homemade appliances. And as far as the start the
True.
competition, shall we?
Thank you very much, Dream Car. And now let's get into the first topic that we need to discuss because this is one of the most, I would not say most, but worst news I have ever heard in gaming cafe history. It's even worse. Yes, guess what we have here tonight? And it's about the electronic arts being bought out by investors, including Saudi Arabia. You heard that right. So this is coming from The Verge, and let's read this one, huh? Let's read. Who are the investors that will acquire EA? Silver Lake, PIF, I don't even know what that means, and Affinity Partners. Yup, those big three investors. And I'm not even sure which one of them are Saudi Arabia operated. We'll see in a bit. So let's have a read on this one. Electronic Arts has announced it is being acquired and taken private in a 55 billion US dollar deal involving Silver Lake, Saudi Arabia's public investment fund. There we go. So now we know what PIF means. So this is coming from Saudi Arabia. And if you guys do not know, that country is atrocious for its huge censorship in that country. And why is that? Well, they don't like LGBTQ, which is why we should be concerned if they're going to crack down on that. Who knows? And Affinity Partners, which is founded and led by Donald Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner. The deal is expected to close in the first fiscal quarter of 2027 and it is still subject to approval by regulators and EA stockholders. If approved, it will mark one of the biggest buyouts of a publicly traded company. Let's read the full statement. Quote, the transaction was approved by EA's board of directors, is expected to close in first quarter of fiscal year 2027, and is subject to customary closing conditions, including receipt of required regulatory approvals and approval by EA stockholders. Following the close of the transaction, EA's common stock will no longer be listed on any public market. The transaction will be funded by a combination of cash from each of PIF, again, which stands for Public Investment Fund, coming from Saudi Arabia, Silver Lake, and Affinity Partners, as well as rollover of Public Investment Fund's existing stake in EA, constituting an equity investment of approximately $36 billion and $20 billion of debt financing fully and solely committed by JP Morgan Chase Bank North America. $18 billion of which is expected to be funded at close. Each of Public Investment Fund, Silver Lake, and Affinity Partners plan to fund the equity component of the financing entirely from capital under their respective control. Upon completion of the transaction, EA will remain headquartered in Redwood City, California, and continue to be led by Andrew Wilson as CEO. A public investment fund, which already holds a nearly 10% stake in EA and has also poured money into Affinity Partners, also invests in other gaming giants like Nintendo, Take-Two Interactive, and Capcom. The companies announced the agreement just days before EA plans to launch Battlefield 6 on October 10th. Like other game publishers, EA's business has experienced some turbulence in recent months with the company laying off staff and canceling upcoming Titanfall and Black Panther titles. EA also said in January of this year that Dragon Age The Veilguard underperformed expectations. EA CEO Andrew Wilson said, quote, our creative and passionate teams at EA have delivered extraordinary experiences for hundreds of millions of fans, built some of the world's most ironic IP, and created significant value for our business. This moment is a powerful recognition of the remarkable work, end quote. So guys, this gaming developer, well known for making sports games and Need for Speed games, well, the management is now looking dim, and it's not looking good for this company. What else will they head to next if the buyout pushes through? Like say, if public investment fund coming from Saudi Arabia will be taking full stake on this company. Well, not really, but what are they going to do with this company? Are they going to double down? Are they going to make their games even worse? That is what we should be concerned about. Now let's read the comments first before we take our opinions from Dreamcar. Yup, it will be loaded with such massive depth that all EA games will be vibe coded going forward. Also, wish Kushner in ownership, never would there be a non-white, non-stereotypical looking main character in any EA game ever again. Vote with your wallets, but who am I kidding? Playing EA games will be required by law in the US and will be a cornerstone of the next extortion-like trade negotiation with any foreign market. Nice! Well, yeah, this is Toys R Us situation, isn't it? So, yeah, well, we will have a very viewing question on what will happen to this company name, so stick around until the end for the viewing question. Now, Dreamcar, what do you say about this massive news about EA being bought out by investors, including Saudi Arabia's public investment fund? Any thoughts?
One more thing to say about the EA thing, but I hope that you won't ruin all of the other games that you're going to release soon. I would not to expect more than that, but let's see if it will be getting good or for EA. But let's see, if, for better or for worse. Let's just hope that EA would do better if the investing thing would work for them. So nothing much more.
Yes. So we will be covering a breakdown on what will happen to EA tomorrow on tomorrow's episode of Asphere Discovery. So we will be reading the breakdown on what is going to happen to EA, and let's see what the Verge's Inside will have on this EA buyout. So stick around with that tomorrow. It is now 6:42 p.m. as Asphere's Cafe. We will be getting into the main Tech Cafe headlines right there. So stick around with us. We will be right back.
This episode is brought to you by Asphere, the appliance brand. And also included here, our sponsor, our Dell Sound. We also have Asphere, of course, Dreamcar's Pizza, Kapinoy Coffee, Melody Mart, and Sheraton Seat Plus. We'll return after this word. 6:42.
This program was brought to you by Dell Sound, dedicated in providing the best karaoke players in the Philippines and catering to the Filipinos' love for music. Dell Sound, sing with confidence. Asphere Appliances, home of Asphere Aircon and other leading appliances nationwide. Asphere Appliances, tried, tested, trusted by an asparagus. Dreamcar's Pizza. We make pizza the Dreamcars way. Call 141-9191 for deliveries. Also available, Dreamcars frozen pizza in supermarkets near you. Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee. From FVS Manufacturing Corporation. Shenatron Synplus. Reimagine karaoke with XTSP. And Melody Mart. Your everyday vibe for convenience.
The intention and ask the appliance you want to buy. The super appliance, ask your appliance. Cheaper and still quality pop up. Ask your appliances. If you want to buy at a discounted price at Ask your appliances.
Asphere Appliances, home of Asphere Aircon and other leading appliances nationwide. Asphere Appliances, tried, tested, trusted by an asparagus.
One time, there's a confrontation about sushi and pizza, but then there was a solution.
Bro, I said let's get sushi.
No way. Pizza beats raw fish every time.
Why not both? Gooey cheese, spicy mayo, seaweed, salmon. Introducing Sushi Baked Pizza.
Whoa.
Creamy, savory, sushi-inspired toppings baked on a perfect crust. Sushi Baked Pizza. 9-inch at 250, 11-inch at 450. Only at Dream Cars Pizza. We make pizza the Dream Cars way.
You paid this time.
No way. You wanted sushi?
Call 141-9191 for deliveries.
Dream Cars Pizza. We make pizza the Dream Cars way. Call 141-9191 for deliveries. Also available, Dream Cars Frozen Pizza in supermarkets near you.
Dream Car Karaoke po, tuwing pagising mo sa umaga, kailangan mo ng kapeng gigisingin ka sa tapang at sarap.
Tikman ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee.
Tama-tama lang ang tapang at sarap.
Tikman na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Masarap na coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Also available, Kapinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Creme. Bili na sa inyong mga suking tindahan.
Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee from FES Manufacturing Corporation.
A song, a chord, there's no end to the tune. It's the echo of strings, the rise of the moon. It's the beat of the drum, the keys on the floor, the rhythm that calls, the voice we adore. It's music and more, a note, a rhyme, a melody's glow, a piano that plays, a rhythm that flows. It's a voice, it's a choice, a harmony's ring. At the end of the night, let the melody start. It's the sound of a song, it's the joy in your heart.
Reimagine karaoke with XTSP.
Now available, Utopia 2 and Utopia Deluxe for more song storage, and Volume 174 for DVD systems. Song lists are now free to download on ShenatronSynPlus.blogspot.com.
Shenatron Sin Plus. Reimagine karaoke with XTSP.
New, ang sarap ng onigiri sa Melody Mart. Ang sarap ng onigiri sa Melody Mart. Ang sarap ng onigiri sa Melody Mart. Ang sarap ng onigiri sa Melody Mart.
Subukan niyo na ang Melody Mart Onigiris. Maraming feelings na pwedeng pagpilian. May classics, locals, at premium feelings na suwag magpapasayalag sa inyo.
Overload onigiri sa Melody Mart. Overload onigiri sa Melody Mart.
Bikin, meron rin tayong Overload Onigiris na mas pinalaki, mas maraming feelings.
Price starts at 55 pesos. Bumili ka ng onigiri sa Melody Mart.
Melody Mart Onigiris. Price starts at 55 pesos. Available in Melody Mart outlets nationwide.
Melody Mart. Your everyday vibe for convenience.
Pagod at nauuhaw ako. Mainit na mainit ang panahon.
Sa mainit na panahon, nauuhaw ka ba sa iyong mga aktibidad? Uminom ka ng Mira Drinking Water sa tubig na nagmula sa pinakamagagandang bundok. Nagbibigay ito ng nakakapreskong pakiramdam sa lalamunan. Kaya hindi ka na mauuhaw.
Sarap. Ngayon hindi na ako nauuhaw. Adam Orelar po, I recommend Mira Drinking Water.
Mira Drinking Water. Fresh, cool, calm. Available of 200 ml and 1 liter bottle. Bili na sa inyong mga suking tindahan. Manufactured by Awesome 4 Enterprises, your quality brand company.
For you, for me, not 2, not 3, but 4-year warranty. JMTV, JMTV, great picture quality, real affordability. The first TV in the country with 4-year warranty. For you, for me, JMTV, JMTV.
JMTV, don't LED TV. Quality LED TV. Low price. JMTV. Exclusively distributed by Solar Square Group of Companies.
Get ready for the grand opening of Solark Square. Enjoy unbeatable deals and massive savings with discounts of up to 50% off on fashion, beauty, kids, pets, home essentials, and so much more happening from September 20th to October 31st. Extra savings await. Get an additional 10% off with your snack and prestige cards. Shop smarter with your CFB Nippon Bank. People's Bank, or Polka credit cards, and grab another 10% off on top of your purchases. Don't miss the chance to discover great finds, explore a wide variety of options, and win exciting prizes, all at Solar Act Square branches in Ortigas Center. Shop more, save more, only at Solar Square. Happy shopping! Promo runs from September 20th, 2025 to October 31st, 2025, per DTI Fair Trade Permit number 98734, 8 series of 2025.
Solark Square. Great buys all the time. Located at Doña Julia Vargas Road, Ortigas City, near SM Megamall.
Mabuhay ka barangay sa Ginebra San Miguel. Lahing Pilipino sa One Ginebra Nation. Sa Tapang Ginebra, kabarangay sa Ginebra San Miguel. Mabuhay ka barangay.
Drink responsibly.
Freya Santos here, mabaho sa buhok. Dumi buhok. Damit-dumi ng buhok, grabe. Anong oras natin dumi sa buhok? Alas 11 ng tanghali, Kate buhok kasi. Mag Sunsilk Smooth and Manageable para fruity floral fragrance. Para tanggalin ng buhok. Huwag madumi sa buhok. Para mabango, with regular use versus non-conditioning shampoo. Mag Sunsilk Smooth and Manageable para nagkakagigil.
Another done cost Asphere Cafe and a plan for food.
And we are back right here on Asphere's Cafe. It is now 6:51 p.m. as we will be diving into the main tech cafe right now. So let's get my screen share right here as usual. And let's get started, shall we? So our first one we have is the Windows engineering teams. And yes, Microsoft has decided to bring it back in one team again. We'll get into that in just a bit. This is coming from The Verge. And well, apparently it's paywall. Let me just bypass this real quick so we can dive deep here. Let's see if I can bypass it here. So, there we go. Alright, so let's read this one. This is coming from The Verge. Windows is coming back together. Microsoft is bringing its key Windows engineering teams under a single organization again as part of a reorg being announced today. Windows chief Pavan Davuluri, who was just promoted to President of Windows and Devices earlier this month, shared the changes to Microsoft's Windows teams in an internal memo. Quote, "This change unifies Windows engineering work under a single organization," end quote. Davuluri wrote in the memo, which was seen by The Verge. Continuing here, quote, "Moving the teams working on Windows client and server together into one organization brings focus to delivering against our priorities," end quote. This is the first major Windows reorg since Davuluri was promoted to Windows and Service Chief more than a year ago. The changes mean the leaders of the Windows teams for Core OS, Data Intelligence, and Fundamentals, Security, and Engineering Systems all now report up to Davuluri. It also means that most of the engineering work for Windows is now under a single division leader, rather than shared with Microsoft's Azure teams. In 2018, when former Windows chief Terry M. Yerson left Microsoft, the company split up Windows into two teams, with the core of the Windows platform team moving to the Azure side and the client parts of Windows moving to a new Experience and Devices team. While former Windows and Service Chief Panos Panay, which is now working at Amazon, clawed back some of the Windows Fundamentals and Developer Experience teams in 2020, the core engineering teams of Windows were still separate from the employees shipping software like Windows 11 until today. Some low-level parts of Windows will still be maintained by Microsoft's Azure teams, but the bulk of Windows is now under a single leader. Davuluri wrote, quote, "There are clear areas where we know we will continue to work with and support the Azure organization, such as its storage and networking and security. Likewise, we will continue to have dependencies from the core kernel and visualization and Linux teams, now part of Azure Core, to provide the foundational support for client scenarios, silicon enablement, and Windows subsystem for Linux, end quote. Reuniting the Windows team puts a lot more responsibility on the Voluri as Microsoft increasingly looks towards overhauling the operating system with AI features. The Voluri even states the reorg will help deliver our division of Windows as an agentic OS, end quote. Microsoft recently created with the Windows AI Labs program to trial experimental artificial intelligence features inside Windows 11. The software maker has also been adding a bunch of AI features to Windows 11 in recent months, including a Copilot Vision tool and an AI-powered settings agent. So, what does this mean for the future of Windows 11 and future Windows operating systems? Well, since again they are now back in one team, I would say maybe they can finally have some quality control for Windows 11. Not maybe they can do better in releasing new versions without breaking hardware or breaking the software. Who knows? But seeing this, reorg is interesting, I would say. So Dreamcar, any thoughts?
Nothing much more, but it's very interesting that they have a little bit more add-ons. And for this one, they are, well, having a reunion for this one for some of their engineering team.
Alright, on to the next one. Well, look what we have the first. AirPods game. Yes, it's called Rightbots. Dreamcar has more on that. Dreamcar.
So now we go here now on the ride pods. The only, I think, the first game, of course, to use with to control your AirPods. So coming here from The Verge, developer Ali Tanis has released their first game that using the AirPods as their controller. So it's called Ride Pods, Ride with Head. Wow, quality name, Ride with Head. I was gonna say, Gab, wise words for you. Anyways, the gameplay is you're going to control your motorcycle with the ongoing traffic at high speeds. Instead of course, swiping the screen, you need to tilt your head while wearing AirPods. That's what the gameplay uses. I think that is interesting connection with while you're so-called wearing a helmet. That's why it has a so-called AirPods has something to do with it. So the only game that only works with Apple's wireless headphones is the AirPods Pro, Max, and 3rd and 4th gen AirPods. Since spatial audio relies on the accelerometer and gyroscope included in the AirPods models to track the movements, of course, and the position of the audio, and it was, of course, announced by Tanis that the game's release on Y Combinator, and while they have to reverse engineer the feature, of course, to make it work. So it has, of course, the Apple, of course, provides developers with access to the motion data so they can incorporate features like fitness tracking into their apps. So probably, unfortunately, there's sometimes some random glitches that the roads occasionally disappearing. And so yes, so on the other hand, the 2nd gen AirPods Pro and AirPods Max, and of course the head to steer felt more natural and of course responsive. So the bike responds well to the movements when you can also use it by only one earbud. You can also see here that if you turn off automatic head or ear detection in your AirPod settings, you can even use your headphones or a single AirPods earbud as a handheld controller. So that might be interesting. So in the settings here, that the controls, You could have a brake and an accelerate both switch there, so it could tilt and forward and backward to control speed. So it has controlling for the motorcycle's braking, acceleration, and of course, but it doesn't have any effect on the speed. So there can also have here a first and third person view of the riderless motorcycle for the high score, and it could have a selfie video as well. The game is, of course, isn't a game I'm going to return to frequently. That's coming from the Verge editor. But it's a very interesting gimmick on the motion sensing system, especially on the spatial audio. So nothing much more else to say about this one. But so, what do you think, Asparagus, on the gameplay?
So very interesting concept on what you can do by riding a motorcycle just wearing your AirPods. That is interesting. It's an interesting concept, but I don't think it's a polished game in what they said coming from the editor of the Verge, right? Do they think they need more work to make this game work? Well, right? So yeah, that is the right bots that you just heard Dreamcom reporting on that, and again I would say the very first AirPods game. If it goes well, maybe more developers are going to grab their hands on that. All right, on to the next one. YouTube Premium Lite expands to India, Japan, and of course our country, the Philippines. Yes, you heard that right. YouTube has expanded their Premium Lite offering to these three countries, which I have just mentioned, which are India, Japan, and the Philippines. So this is coming from 9to5 Google. YouTube has just announced that its new Premium Lite subscription is expanding to India, and it's also been made available in a few other regions too, which are Japan and the Philippines. And TLDR, if you are not aware what even that is, well, it's basically a slim down YouTube Premium subscription, which, well, no ads on most videos, but it will still have ads on scrolling your home feed, YouTube Shorts, and music videos. So yeah, basically slim down YouTube Premium subscription, which is why it's called Premium Lite. And to add to the caveats, no background play also. So let's have a look at the blog post from Google themselves. And yes, it covers India, and it's not just India. As I said, it also expands to Japan and the Philippines, which we were not expecting Japan in any place, but yeah. So let's read the Google blog post, and yes, it is aimed at India mostly. So yeah, this is what the headline title says. YouTube Premium Lite arrives in India. Today we will begin expanding our Premium Lite plot to users in India. Premium Lite gives viewers a new, more affordable way to enjoy most videos on YouTube ad-free for 89 Indian rupees per month. This expansion comes as YouTube Music and Premium reaches over 125 million subscribers, including trials globally. Since launching YouTube Music and Premium, we have focused on giving subscribers a variety of ways to enjoy their favorite content, and Premium Lite is the latest step in that evolution. YouTube Music and Premium and the expansion of Premium Lite also continue to create additional revenue opportunities for our creators and partners. We have been testing Premium Lite to make sure we have the right balance of features and benefits for those viewers who want to watch most videos ad-free. The new membership works across devices, including phone, laptop, or desktop, and TV. While Premium Lite offers ad-free viewing for most videos, ads may still appear on music content, which I just said earlier, music videos, YouTube Shorts, and browsing the home and searching. As I have mentioned before, you're still going to get ads when scrolling. For users who want ad-free music on YouTube and YouTube Music, plus offline and background play, keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. The offline downloads and background play are not included in YouTube Premium Lite. We recommend the Premium plan, which is the standard plan. The rollout is underway with full availability expected across the country in the coming weeks. So that is the blog post coming from Google India themselves. And now for the pricing, we have yet to see it ourselves. So we will be getting to YouTube Premium Lite page right now. So let's head over to YouTube. And my keyboard just stopped working. Okay, let's try again. Hold on. Oh, great. Why is my keyboard not working? Sorry about that. There we go. youtube.com/premium. Okay, let's see the premium offerings here in the Philippines. And yes, there you go. Now it says plan starting at, from 109 pesos, Philippine pesos. And then you have, get benefits verified plan. You get YouTube Premium or save money with the family or student plan. So what are the plans? Well, you still have the same typical pricing for when you are planning to subscribe to YouTube Premium. And for the individual, it's still at 189 pesos per month. And as for family, 379 pesos per month. And student, 115 pesos per month. And for the Lite now, here it is. Save 42% with Premium Lite. And then you have the description saying with Premium Lite, watch YouTube ad-free on everything but music and shorts. What they mean but music and shorts is that you will still get ads when watching music videos or listening to the music and scrolling YouTube shorts. And here you go. This is the pricing for YouTube Premium Lite here in the Philippines. 109 pesos per month. I repeat, 109 pesos per month for YouTube Premium Lite here in the Philippines. And now you have exclusive features only on Premium, stream videos without interruption, YouTube Music, watch it offline, and then now you have compare memberships too. Ad-free, most videos ad-free, considering non-music, same right here for your kids, and then you still get ads on YouTube Music, no downloads. I highly doubt because the offline downloads are still available for free users. Well, that might soon be changing because YouTube may eventually get rid of offline downloads for free users. Yeah, it's very sad. And background play. So there you go. That is the pricing on the YouTube Premium Lite, which we just confirmed in here in the Philippines. It's going to cost you 109 pesos per month. And now as for the support page itself, what are the available countries for the Premium Lite as of this time? Well, we have Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Canada, Chile, Colombia, France, Germany, Great Britain, which is United Kingdom, India, Italy, Japan, Mexico, Philippines, Poland, Romania, Singapore, Spain, Taiwan, Thailand, Turkey, and United States. So these are the available countries for Premium Lite. So that is the YouTube Premium Lite news that YouTube that YouTube just expanded to these 3 additional countries, which are India, Japan, and the Philippines. And I do not know what's the pricing for the YouTube Premium Lite in Japan. I will have to connect to the VPN to find out. But yeah, what do you guys think about this? Will you be, since now YouTube Premium Lite is here in the Philippines, will you switch to YouTube Premium Lite to save money, or will you stay on YouTube Premium standard plan, or will you just keep using that plug after all? What do you guys think? Any thoughts?
Nothing much more about that one, but it's interesting. But interesting that of course YouTube Premium Lite is now in the Philippines as well. Nothing much more. Now next here that Google, of course, in which Google, this was their new logo. Now it's the Gradient G from the last decade that they have changed. Of course, their classic G to a much modern G. It was 2015. It was 10 years ago, and now look at this. Their brand new G. It's been Gradient. Yep, it's now their company-wide logo, and they have announced that last Monday. So this is their big change for the past decade. It now began to surface across the Google app on Android and iOS in May, and of course, it will be appearing on all of the company's platforms. So they have separated the G logo in 2015, and they have, of course, made it to a so-called gradient thing. So this is the same thing with the gradient Gemini logo. So that's what the design is for. So they called it the evolution in the AI era. They have, of course, included the new design of the Google Home logo, and the design will start rolling out more widely in the coming months. So that means you could have a gradient design on its Google apps as well, including Gmail, Drive, Meet, and Calendar. So very interesting G there that Google has now. That reminds me of Rede Globo from Brazil, or TV Globo, that they also made a gradiented logo. So on the comment section, we have here from Sarah Domain, the rare modern instance where the new logo slash branding is much better than what it's replacing. And some comments here from Beps. Hopefully they'll change up their logos as well, and they won't look like a bunch of samey four-color rectangles. Ha ha ha. Here's another one from Timpera.
Yeah.
The new one looks way better in my opinion. So far, it's a big change to Google as well. So nothing much more. How about just Paragos?
Yeah, exactly what Dreamcar said. And yeah, that is a biggest logo change after a decade. Since 2015, remember that. Since 2015, they have been using the same logo, and now they're going all in with this new gradient logo, which is in line with Gemini. That's the biggest logo change in the decade, right, Dreamcar?
In which, of course, that was based on their design on the Gemini, and that's why they have this in their mind. They would build with the AI architecture. That's why it's supposed to be like that.
Okay, it is now 7:11 p.m. as we will be getting into the last part where we will have, let me check my agenda for tonight. Yeah, but working in excellent work that Microsoft is planning, and of course, a Game of Thrones limited edition of the Realme 15 Pro, which is coming up, and along with the brewing question. Stay along with us and don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
This episode of Asphere's Cafe is brought to you by Dell Sound, Asphere Appliances, Dreamcars Pizza, Capenoy Coffee. We also have Melody Mart and Jonathan Simplas. It's now 7:12.
This program was brought to you by Dell Sound, dedicated in providing the best karaoke players in the Philippines and catering to the Filipinos' love for music. Dell Sound, sing with confidence. Asphere Appliances, home of Asphere Aircon and other leading appliances nationwide. Asphere Appliances, tried, tested, trusted by an asparagus. Dream Cars Pizza. We make pizza the Dream Cars way. Call 141-9191 for deliveries. Also available, Dream Cars Frozen Pizza in supermarkets near you. Capenoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Capenoy Coffee. From FVS Manufacturing Corporation. Shenatron Synplus. Reimagine karaoke with XTSP. And Melody Mart. Your everyday vibe for convenience.
So nice to be cool and easy. Asphere's aircon, the aircon with 10-year warranty. 10-year warranty, inverter, money saver, great quality. With 10-year warranty, Asphere's aircon, tried, trusted, tested by asparagus.
Get yours now at asphereappliances.ph online. Another quality product from Asphere Appliances.
Asphere's Aircon. Tried, tested, trusted by an asparagus.
One time, there's a confrontation about sushi and pizza, but then there was a solution.
Bro, I said let's get sushi.
No way. Pizza beats raw fish every time.
Why not both? Gooey cheese, spicy mayo, seaweed, salmon. Introducing Sushi Baked Pizza.
Whoa.
Creamy, savory, sushi-inspired toppings baked on a perfect crust. Sushi Baked Pizza. 9-inch at 250, 11-inch at 450. Only at Dream Cards Pizza. We make pizza the Dream Cards way.
You paid this time.
No way, you wanted sushi.
Call 141-9191 for deliveries.
Dream Cars Pizza. We make pizza the Dream Cars way. Call 141-9191 for deliveries. Also available, Dream Cars Frozen Pizza in supermarkets near you.
Dream Car Karaoke po, tuwing pagising mo sa umaga, kailangan mo ng kapeng gigisingin ka sa tapang at sarap.
Tikman ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee.
Tama-tama lang ang tapang at sarap.
Tikman na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Masarap na coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Also available, Kapinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Creme. Bili na sa inyong mga suking tindahan.
Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee from FES Manufacturing Corporation.
A song, a chord, there's no end to the tune. It's the echo of strings, the rise of the moon. It's the beat of the drum, the keys on the floor, the rhythm that calls, the voice we adore. It's music and more, a note, a rhyme, a melody's glow, a piano that plays, a rhythm that flows. It's a voice, it's a choice, a harmony's ring. At the end of the night, let the melody start. It's the sound of a song, it's the joy in your heart.
Reimagine karaoke with XTSP.
Now available, Utopia 2 and Utopia Deluxe for more song storage, and Volume 174 for DVD systems. Song lists are now free to download at ShenatronSynPlus.blogspot.com.
Shenatron Sin Plus. Reimagine karaoke with XTSP.
New, ang sarap ng onigiri sa Melody Mart. Ang sarap ng onigiri sa Melody Mart. Ang sarap ng onigiri sa Melody Mart. Ang sarap ng onigiri sa Melody Mart.
Subukan niyo na ang Melody Mart Onigiris. Maraming feelings na pwedeng pagpilian. May classics, locals, at premium feelings na suwag magpapasaya ng samyo.
Overload onigiri sa Melody Mart. Overload onigiri sa Melody Mart.
Bikin, meron rin tayong Overload Onigiris na mas pinalaki, mas maraming feelings.
Price starts at 55 pesos. Bumili na ng onigiri sa Melody Mart.
Melody Mart Onigiris. Price starts at 55 pesos. Available in Melody Mart outlets nationwide.
Melody Mart, your everyday vibe for convenience.
Hello, Real Fanners. Real Fans of the Philippines is coming your way.
We're a passionate community dedicated to promoting railway transportation in the Philippines. Whether it's trains, transit systems, or anything on the rails, we share a common love for public transportation and everything that moves on tracks. Come along and be part of the journey. Join the Rail Fans of the Philippines community today. Follow us on Facebook, X, Threads, and Instagram for the latest railway news, updates, and more. Rail Fans of the Philippines, a dedicated community for train enthusiasts. Visit us on Facebook and other social media platforms for latest railway news, updates, and more.
Sali na sa TGF Products Win Promo, ilagay ng produkto ng TGF Toothpaste, TGF Soap, at TGF Shampoo, ilagay ng product ng toothpaste, soap, at shampoo, ilagay sa papel ng isulat ng TGF Products Win Promo, ihulog sa drop boxes nationwide, sali na sa TGF Products Win Promo. Promo runs to May 3, 2025 to February 16, 2026 for DTI Fair Trade Permit number 117,179 series of 2025. TGF Malunggay Capsule. Para iinuman ko ng TGF Malunggay Capsule ko tapos inumin nyo ng capsule at water. Bumili ng drugstores nationwide. TGF Malunggay Capsule na available na sa PBC drugstores and the Kyle Montana Generics. Mabibili sa mga botika. Mahalagang paalala, ang TGF Malunggay Capsule ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa mga uri ng sakit.
Coca-Cola na, kaya masarap ang kainan. Kantahan, sayawan, kaya na magic. Sa Coca-Cola, sa Pilipinas, ng soft drinks. Sa Coca-Cola na, kaya kainan na
Sakit na naman ulo, mag-Rexitol Forte. Para mabilis ang tanggalin sakit, bilang at suntukan, mag-Rexitol Forte. Bilis apat sa banat.
Alagang Unilap yan.
Paracetamol caffeine has been generic name of Rexetol Forte. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
And we are back right here on Asphere's Cafe. It is now 7:19 p.m. And let's get into the last part of the Tech Cafe, where we will be getting into the last two. And yes, you heard that right. Coming from The Verge, Microsoft launches Vibe working in Excel and Word. And my mind is like, why is this even a thing? Well, according to Microsoft themselves, it's the new feature called Agent Mode. We'll get into that. I hope it's not paywall. We'll see. Alright, it's not. So let's get into that right now. This is coming from The Verge. You have probably heard of vibe coding, novices writing apps by creating a simple AI prompt, but now Microsoft wants to introduce a similar thing for its Office apps. The software maker is launching a new agent mode in Excel and Word that can generate complex spreadsheets and documents with just a prompt. A new Office agent in Copilot Chat, powered by Anthropic models, is also launching today that can create PowerPoint presentations and Word documents from a vibe working chatbot. Sumit Chudhan, Corporate Vice President of Microsoft's Office Product Group, said, quote, today we're bringing Vibe working to Microsoft 365 Copilot with Agent Mode in Office apps and Office Agent in Copilot Chat. In the same way, Vibe coding has transformed software development, the latest reasoning models in Copilot unlock agentic productivity for Office artifacts, end quote. Agent model in Excel and Word is a more powerful version of the Copilot experience that Microsoft has added to its Office apps. It's designed to make the complex parts of Excel more accessible to users that aren't experts. Quote, it's not just simple assistive short answers, but board-ready presentations or documents. It's work, quite frankly, that a first-year consultant would do delivered in minutes, end quote. That's what Johan said. And if you look at the agent mode, for example, this is how it works right here. So let's say you're asking a chatbot to run a full analysis on the data sheet, and then you say, I want to understand some important insights to help me make decisions about my business, make it visual, and then they will do your job like right here. So basically, it's doing your thing that you requested, something like that. Now, agent mode essentially takes a complex task and breaks it down with planning and reasoning that you can follow. It then uses OpenAI's GPT-5 model to break down each step of document creation into an agentic task and execute it. It's like watching an automated macro in real time, showing everything it's doing in the sidebar. Microsoft has taken a gradual approach to adding AI elements to Excel, particularly because the data it handles powers some of the most important parts of businesses worldwide. Quote, agent mode lets you build sheets that are audible, refreshable, and verifiable, quote, Johan said. He also said, quote, we have spent a ton of time making sure that the validation loop on all of these sub-agents is pretty tight, end quote. Microsoft says its agent mode in Excel has an accuracy rate of 57.2% in spreadsheet bench, a benchmark for elevating an AI model's ability to edit real-world spreadsheets. This result places agent mode above Shortcut.ai, ChatGPT agent with .xlsx support, and Google Files Opus 4.1. It's still behind the human accuracy of 71.3% though. Agent mode in Word, on the other hand, goes beyond the existing writing, rewrite, and summarization AI features in Word. Quote, agent mode in Word turns document creation into vibe writing and interactive conversational experience, end quote. Johan says, it lets Copilot draft content, suggest refinements, and clarify what elements are needed during the process of document creation. You can do things like create a monthly report with data from previous months and have Copilot summarize the highlights for the month and the differences from the previous report. Quote, Copilot makes suggestions to keep the process flowing, so writing feels more like a dialogue than a task, end quote, Johan says. And this is how the new Office agent inside Copilot Chat looks like right here. And then you have the example that you want to generate a report summarizing the key announcements and themes from Sundance Film Festival 2025 with tables, and then give me a recommendation for must-watch films from the festival. And then you have PowerPoint, Word, and Excel. So, Microsoft's new Office agent will also be available outside of its Office apps via Copilot Chat. Powered by Anthropic models, it can create full PowerPoint presentations or Word documents from a chat prompt. Quote, PowerPoint is one of the most used tools for creating presentations, but over the last 2 years, AI has often fallen short with creating slides. Office agent changes that. End quote. That is what Johan said. Office agent can create fully structured PowerPoint decks, all while doing web-based research and providing a live preview of slides. Microsoft is hoping that it will help Office continue to differentiate itself from the magnitude of AI tools that are also trying to create documents, spreadsheets, and slide decks. Johan said, quote, productivity is our DNA, we're Office. While others will try to replicate us, there is no substitute for the real thing, end quote. Office agent also marks another entry point for Anthropic AI models in Microsoft 365 apps and services. Microsoft already embraced the OpenAI rival to Anthropic Researcher, GitHub Copilot, and Copilot Studio recently, and now Anthropic's AI models are able to produce Word and PowerPoint documents from Microsoft's own Copilot chat interface. Johan said, we are committed to open AI, but we are starting to explore with the model family to understand its current that different models bring and understand how we build the best composition for our products. We are looking at the entire family of models, whether cutting-edge work happens, end quote. While open AI models continue to power Microsoft's AI work inside Office apps, it certainly feels like Anthropic's models are inching closer to being a key part of Office apps like Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. Microsoft is using Anthropic's API to bring these features to Copilot Chat, which runs on cloud rival Amazon Web Services. I would have thought that Microsoft could use their own Azure service, but yeah, they just decided to use Amazon Web Services instead. Not surprising, or I should say I'm not shocked. Anyway, that could be why we haven't seen Anthropic's AI models deeply woven into desktop Office apps yet, which is what? Agent Mode and Copilot for Excel and Word will both be available today in the Frontier program for Microsoft 365 Copilot customers or Microsoft 365 Personal and Family subscribers. Agent Mode in Excel and Word is only available in the web versions at launch, with desktop app support coming soon. Office Agent is also available today in the Frontier program for Microsoft 365 Copilot customers or Microsoft 365 Personal and Family subscribers in the US. So keep that in mind. When they say in the US, it's not going to be available worldwide just yet. So that is the Vibe working, which is known as Agent Mode, which is coming to your Office apps near you. So any thoughts on this, guys? And do you think it's going to improve productivity after all?
It might depend, nothing much more. Aside from that one, here's now from the Realme 15 Pro, we have a limited edition Game of Thrones version of the Realme 15 Pro. So, of course, they are putting their so-called Dragonfire inspired design, which is from the Game of Thrones, with, of course, it hides the details but, for the teaser, of course, but it will so-called, they have a black and gold with nano engraved design dragon motifs that they have here. It looks like it. They also have here custom UI themes will be also preloaded with, of course, for the Game of Thrones edition, it will have a gift box with miniature replica of the so-called Westeros, and a phone stand from the Iron Throne, and collectible cards with the insignias of the great houses of Westeros. So for the full reveal of the limited edition, you could also check out for the regular version of the Realme 15 Pro. So expect for that one is just a classic Realme 15 for 128 and 8 gig RAM. For the higher end models, you have 56 12 gig RAM. So nothing much more for the Realme, but it's very interesting. So nothing much more. Asparagus, what do you think?
I would say that it's a very interesting limited edition design we are seeing here from Realme. And if I'm gonna be honest, this has to be one of the biggest smartphone maker collaboration with an entertainment company, which is Warner Brothers. That's all I can say.
All right, now, from the first gap about the EA buyout, of course. Here now is your brewing question. Do you think the EA buyout to investors will harm the company in long term? What do you guys expect for the EA? So that is our brewing question for this edition.
That's right, ladies and gents. You just heard the brewing question. Do you think the EA buyout will harm the company in long term? Please let us know in the comment section right now. Exactly 7:30. Any last words, everyone?
Coming soon, limited edition Asphere aircon with charcoal inverter charcoal filter. Yes, you could check on our main chat. That is our limited edition Asphere's inverter with charcoal filter. So yes,
Let's
that's all.
go. Yes, let's go. Anyways, exactly still 7:30, and this is the time where we will be wrapping up tonight. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will be back tomorrow with the Anime Cafe plus the breakdown of what is going to happen with the EA buyout. So please don't miss that out, because we will be back with the same topic in the first gap tomorrow. So yeah, same time, same place. This has been Asphere's Cafe. I'm Cairo.
I'm Dreamcar. The cafe is now closed.
We will see you tomorrow. Goodbye for now.
Just like us.